Hey, Slink. This is just a impromptu live that I just randomly decided to go live. I'm awake with not much going on right now and figured I'd come on for an hour or so. You know how my hours can be, though. It matters if we get to talking about something good. If I don't have much to talk about, then it might just be an hour. Oh no, now my cat is feels like he needs to be all up in my business right now. Okay. Hey, everybody, Megs and Fairy Dust, Phoenix Mac. I'm doing good. I usually am in bed when you're live. Well, yeah, this is a weird time for me to go live. Morning, everybody. You have two great things to share. What's that, Fairy Dust? Hey, Ocean Angel. Yeah, what a crazy night it's been. What a crazy week, you know? Hey, Denise. Let me see here. I need to figure out how to. I don't think we're gonna need a chat slowed down or anything today. Just because this is our random live. But let me see. Okay. Hey, May Hazel.
Where's my mirror?
Michelle.
Where's my...
Hey, Susanna. Thank you. Sorry, I had to mute for a second. My daughter was asking me something. Under the community only, or the community tab, there's the members only Discord link. Susanna, if it for some reason doesn't work, you can always email me and let me know, because it changes every few days. Also, under the community tab, tonight I'm going to be on Aussie True Crime. She's just a small channel, but I'm going to go over there and talk with her about the Summer Wells case. So I don't know what's planned. I don't think there's anything planned. It's just, discussion. It's on my community tab. So if you want the link to there, it's 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Is Chase 423 Chase married? No, but I think he's dating Trixie Star. What are you talking about? Nobody's ever mentioned. No, we haven't even mentioned the leak calls. I'm over it. Wow. Okay. I've literally not even said anything about anything yet, and here comes I'm over it, thinking he knows everything in this chat. Oh, sorry, backyard. Yeah, I won't be live long. Well, that'd be good. Yeah, I don't even know when trick-or-treating is around here, but where is it? It's private now. Oh, the late call? I am not exactly... it was on Emma's, but I guess it's on AB's. I guess we can listen to it and talk about it. I'm concerned, though. I'm not going to lie. I'm kind of bummed that somebody would release a private conversation or private call like that. I haven't talked to Tiffany about it, and I know she's a mod here and stuff, but I have to admit that, I mean, I've talked to her on the phone before, just once or twice, but it makes me wonder, did she record my phone call? I mean, I think that was even a question I asked her when I talked with her. I was like, because so I don't know how that worked out. I don't think that's cool, guys. Like, you won't catch me like ever recording personal phone calls between like, subscribers or anybody like that, and then releasing them for YouTube. I don't know how that happened and stuff. So I don't want to react too fast. But I'd be lying if I said it doesn't bother me. Yeah, she hasn't. I almost texted her and asked her. I had it typed out, but then I didn't send it. I almost texted her and asked her, well, did you record our phone conversation too? I don't think that's true, but I guess we can go ahead and listen. I don't believe what was told to Chase. He would have been okay. When did this billboard go up? If it were true, or why did he pay for a billboard? If he believes that Grant is like law enforcement, if he knows that law enforcement knows where Summer is, then why would he pay for a billboard? I mean, unless it was already paid for, I guess it probably was. But it also makes me wonder, like, I mean, I would think he would. Let's watch it first, I guess, and I guess we can only watch it on ABs because do we have to? What was I forget what the most recent one was on ABs? Does that one have the whole call, or is it? I don't. Yeah, I don't know. No, I just got live, or I just came on, Paula. Candace was on panel last night with Squall, True Crime Libby, shared a copy. Yeah, I watched that. Maybe we'll watch a little bit of that. Freaking Candace was on there crying about her lost relationship with Jenna and was upset about that, but she can't cry about her own daughter. I mean, towards the end of after she started crying about Jenna coming out about things that happened or that she witnessed, then she wanted to turn it, say, oh, I miss, because Dawn mentions, well, you were already heartbroken. Like it was like a reminder, like wink, wink, you were already heartbroken. Remember? You remember Summer, your daughter? Okay, sounds good, Phoenix Mac. I know she cries about everything except Summer. So it's only part of the call. It will be drip fed for views what you watch. Yeah, well, I'm going to be really disappointed if anybody ever records my phone calls and releases them. And just like, Pretty much every time I talk to somebody, a source for the first time, they ask, like, are you recording this? I ask you not to record this. And, you know, I want to hear the whole thing. Why not release the whole call? I know Chase isn't mad, but I don't know. Maybe Tiffany will explain it, but why didn't Tiffany release it? Why did it have to be released on AB's? Yeah. She was not crying for Summer. I mean, she was pretending, but the crying started because it was about Jenna, and we will watch that. Yeah, she should just release it all. I mean, I don't know. Tennessee is a one-party state regarding recordings. Only one party needs to know. But I think it originates in the Tiffany was the one that recorded it, right? So what state is she in? I mean, don't say it. Like, I'm just saying, like, we need to go by the state of the person who recorded it. I watched it too, Jamie Howard, and she was not crying for her daughter, in my opinion. We will watch it. She started, if you watched how it happened, she was crying about Jenna coming out and telling stuff that she's witnessed. That's what she was crying about. And how could Jenna do that to me? And then Dawn has to remind her, like, oh, you were already heartbroken. And then she wants to bring up her daughter Summer. Yeah, she is. Hey, Emma. I don't know even who it was, to be honest. Put it out because it's related to Summer. Well, I guess we could watch the. Hey, Crime Stories Obsessed. Did you take it down on your side? Somebody said that you took it down. Because that one was better because you couldn't understand it. But I don't know if it was Was it everything though? I think it was only part of the call. Yeah, I think you took it down. Well, we were kind of talking about that live, which we'll watch that too a little bit. The part where all I'm saying is I hope. I don't know, man. I just don't think it's cool to put out. I just don't. I mean, not putting it out. I'm not saying like, I'm saying I don't think it was cool that Tiffany or whoever recorded it. Because then I've had a personal conversation with her and I'm like, I talked to her about some things that I don't want on the freaking YouTube. You know what I mean? That would really cause a problem with the case, or it could interfere with the case, probably, maybe. I mean, the second release call on AB's. Link to my videos on Chasing's community page. Okay. Chasing. Oh no, it says it's not public. It says this video isn't publicly available. That's okay though. I can play ABs. It's really hard to understand, but will you get bashed if I put it? I don't get any trouble. I don't want any trouble. I mean, I don't think so. I mean, you're not the one that originally put it out. I mean, what does everybody else think? Do you guys think that she should keep it private? If you slow the speed it down a little bit, it sounds normal. I could try to slow it down. Is that what you did? Crime Stories is just slowed it down a bit. Okay, she says yes. Okay. Oh, speed it up? Okay, well let's just try it. We'll mess with the speed and try it.
Bullshit. You think I may have them, but I tell you what, you don't know how to manage it for a while now.
This is not sounding right. She said she slowed it down. Slower. Okay.
Shit. You think I may have them, but I tell you what, mine this was this and mine this.
I just cannot. Okay, Crime Story says it's back up good because I can't understand this. Thank you for putting it back up for at least a few, so we can hear it. I really appreciate that. I mean, it's not you that, I want to. Nobody's mad at you. Let's see here. It's only 2 minutes of it, though. Is that the whole call?
so far on Candace's neck, she can't do shit. Okay? Now, come back to this. Okay?
Wait a minute. So wait. So Don, Candy came there that Don was taking showers with Summer and molesting her, and there was a man at the bottom of the hill. And
There's a man and woman involved in this. The man is the getaway driver. Okay? The man is the one that was driving the truck sitting at the bottom of the hill. There was a woman came up that hill on the backside and lured Summer out of there. Went in the house. Grandma distracted Candace long enough for this to happen. If you don't pull out drugs this, drugs that, sold her for this, sold her for that, was renting her out in the shed, that's bullshit. All that's just a bunch of bullshit. What happened is Grandma saved that little girl's life.
Where is she?
I don't know. But there are people that do know.
Was she law enforcement?
Private investigators know, and the FBI knows. But there's one missing piece, and that's the girl that lured her, the woman that lured her away, and that's what they're waiting on.
How do they know that Summer's safe?
They got eyes all over her, but they cannot finish what they started until they find out exactly who Grandma had to lure her away. Because Grandma's not talking; she's a freaking. Grandma ain't been out here on a freaking joyride vacation. Grandma's been in the box.
Is she back in Tennessee?
Yeah, she's back. She came back for about 3 days and gone again because she's going back to make sure Summer's okay and taking care.
Okay. Should we watch the full thing on ABs, even though it's hard to understand? Thank you so much, Crime Stories Obsessed, for putting that back up for us to, and thank you for doing that, because that, you know, even though I think everybody, they tried to distort the voices and stuff, we all knew. I mean, especially Chase, like it was still obvious it was Chase in the call. AB put this out trying to say it was Scott H. So Scott would be the one to get in trouble. But it was slowed down on Emma's channel and we could tell it's actually Chase and Tiffany. Yeah, well, I mean, I heard that he was trying to say it was Scott. Why is I don't get this.
Tell her, yeah, I do, because I know she wouldn't say shit. And I know I know, unlike Scott, she's worried about that little girl.
Scott would run right to YouTube. He'd want to be in it for
He's
himself.
a piece of shit. He's in it for himself. And you know all this bullshit he's been going on about, oh, my investment's this and my investment's that. And bullshit. If he may have them, but I'll tell you what, he don't know how to manage them from what I've got. From what I've got right here in my fucking hands right now, he's a dirty son of a bitch.
What do you have?
Oh, I got a lot. I told you I had a lot more than what y'all had. A whole lot more.
Well,
he's a wife beater. He's a woman beater. He's a thief.
I'm sure
he's
he
a
is.
con artist.
I'm sure he fucking is. I know he's a woman beater just by what he did to me. And I didn't even have to be there in physical.
But the thing of it is, the shape he's in right now, he's in no shape to run his mouth about anybody because that fucker can't even drive. He can't even get up to do shit.
I know he can't.
And that motherfucker telling you and Penny not to work with me, not to try. I've got a text message right here in my goddamn phone right now sent to me that he sent to some woman. And then
he's going to be an asshole. Sharon Levine said, AB, he put the video out of Chase. Oh, he put the original. I know. I heard that. Because him and Tiff are, just neck and neck. So it's going to happen. But fuck him and fuck her. And excuse me, y'all, I forgot to tell you to put your headphones on. But for real, don't let her get to you. Don't let him get to you because he's worse than she is, damn near.
Everybody's saying that I've said stuff about Scott H. I've not said anything different about Scott H than what he said about himself. He told somebody on here, a girl,
Mm-hmm.
that he had her text messages and her audio. And then he laughed about it, and that was all he said to her. Okay.
Right.
All right. Scott H said he doesn't drive, he doesn't go anywhere. That's the only thing that I said about Scott H. And that's it. You know, and he said that about himself 100 times, that he doesn't drive, he doesn't leave the house.
Let's see. I'm going to pause it for a second just because I'm sure AB won't care about me playing this, but somebody did make a good point. I think it was KB that, it's not about the word set. Is why would there be fundraising if he knows that Summer's safe or with grandma or somewhere? That makes me think though that he really doesn't know that. I don't think he's like trying to scam or anything. I mean, I've never talked to Chase, but I don't think he's trying to scam or anything. I think it's more like he's repeating this, about this grandma theory that grandma took her to save Summer. I mean, he might really believe that, but he doesn't really know that, I want to think. And who told him, you know what I mean? I know he doesn't want to say who told him that. He says it's a reputable source, but could somebody be possibly lying to help paint a narrative? I'm not Chase lying, but could somebody have lied to Chase? I mean, unless we know the source, we can't really. I mean, Chase seems like a really good person and stuff, so people are going to believe him. But we don't know, like, how this all came about and how he came to this information. Yeah, he was sharing in confidence, and I don't know if it was supposed to. I mean, Chase isn't mad at Tiffany, but and I'm not mad at her. I just question now, was my phone call, was my words to her safe? You know what I mean? Like, obviously, probably not. But, I guess it's a lesson learned. Like, that's how you learn. And, I mean, yeah, you want to believe Chase. I don't think Chase is lying, because this is a call, like, release that he wasn't even expecting to be released. But he was talking in confidence, you know what I mean? And he was probably much more, he was much more free with his words and stuff, because he was on a personal phone call. It wasn't like he was on a live for hundreds and thousands of people to see. Problem is that this has all been a lie. The parents hid her, in my opinion, because of CPS. They're not grieving at all because she is alive. It's all questionable, fundraiser, etc. I mean, that would explain why they don't seem upset. Yes, Megs, you're correct. it did seem like he was implying that Jody Sue told him this stuff because he kept saying during his live, he's like, didn't he say like, ask Jody Sue or something? Insinuating it was Jody Sue. He said, Jody Sue, tell law enforcement everything. Yes, right. You're right. That's what he said, Gilly. He was live and he was telling everybody, it was like labeled his last live or whatever. And he was saying like, Jody Sue, or all I got to say, this was his exact words, I think. All I've got to say is Jody Sue, tell law enforcement everything you know. So that's in a roundabout way. That's in a roundabout way telling him who gave him this information. I mean, can we really trust Jody Sue? If that's who got his information, it wasn't, I mean, if that's who it came from, like, but see, we also can't fault Chase for saying this stuff because it was a private phone call. Like, you know, and when was this call? Actually, I know it was recently. You guys, you know why I know this is recently? Does anybody know? Did Chase say when this phone call was? The female that was supposedly lured away, if it's true, was it Rose Meyer? So nobody said when this phone call was. I watched Chase live, but I think I watched all of it, but I don't remember him saying when this phone call was. He's also said someone higher up told him, right, KB? If I could, I would let, you know, I let everybody talk. I have tried to get a hold of him, actually. People told me not to, but I haven't heard back. If anybody has a way to get a hold of him, a legit way, I would have him on here if he was willing. He took them all down, I guess, Amanda rules. So I know that this call was recent because when I say recent, it had to have been within the last week max. Because when I was, and now I can say it because at the time, you know, Tiffany told me not to say anything. When I was live with Don Wells, Tiffany texted me and asked me to ask him, was Grandma still there? And then she said, as like a side note, and she said, do not mention this, but I'm asking this because somebody told me Grandma was there for 3 days and then left. Well, in this call, that's what he says. Grandma was there for 3 days, then left. I mean, I guess it doesn't really mean that the call was within a week, but I'm guessing because Tiffany texted me and asked me to ask that question to Dawn, just like, you guys know I've only talked to Dawn on here like a couple times. So that was just like 2 or 3 days ago. You think you got the information after the billboard went up? The billboard went up like just a couple days ago, but after he paid for it, like probably, I guess, I would think so, because why would you pay for a billboard that when you know that she's safe? Yeah, Dawn said she's there now. He did say that but he lies. I mean, I don't know. She was caught on drone footage yesterday in the yard with Candace. Oh, is that? Oh, is this her? Hold on. Is that her? It is her? Somebody sent me those pictures. I just happened to have them up because I was trying to zoom in. You guys don't think that you thought it was okay for Tiffany to record a personal conversation? I think that, I mean, I don't think it's illegal, but I mean, me and Tiffany are cool, but you guys, like, you just because you're cool or friends with somebody doesn't mean you can't question that you can agree with. It doesn't mean you have to agree with everything they do. Like, I like people in my, the subscribers I have to call, to tell me when they feel I'm wrong. Like, don't just go along with everything I say because you're a subscriber. Like, I don't think it was okay for her to record that phone call. Why? I've had a private conversation with her, and I remember her worrying that she recorded it, to be honest. Because but, besides that, I mean, I'm not, like, mad at Tiffany or anything like that. And we're still cool. I mean, she's a wrench on this channel and stuff. And I'm sure she'll explain herself at sometime, but is this case ever going to get solved? Says Luell. Gosh, I sure hope so. You guys cannot just, like, I mean, and well, in my opinion, just because you're friends with somebody doesn't mean you have to agree with everything they do. Like, that's not a real friend. I mean, she can get mad at me for saying this, I guess, but I mean, I would hope she would understand. I think she will understand. I think Tiffany's a pretty reasonable person after she's had time to, think things over. Oh, I'm not going that she records all calls, but why would she record this? I'm not going to, like, be careful what I say, and I know some of you guys are just looking out or watch what I say because I'm afraid, That's what's kept a lot of people from speaking up in this case, is that they're afraid of backlash and stuff. You guys I just try to always do what I feel is the right thing and say the right, my opinion's my opinion. And not everybody's you don't have to agree with me. Like, that doesn't mean that we're suddenly not cool or we're, but I can't lie, like, and say that that it doesn't make me feel some kind of way. Like, maybe it's just because I have had calls with her, and maybe I would feel differently if I didn't have calls with her. I don't know. Trust me, I have people, like I said, I talk with people all the time that ask me to keep information like private and not release certain screenshots or whatever. And have I ever broken trust like that? Well, yeah, but yeah, I have, and it made me feel horrible. On a YouTube level, though, that's worse. Like, I mean, it'd be one thing to record if it was for like law enforcement or for something like that. Release, I don't know. Sorry, guys. It does make me feel bad, like but I sure hope Tiffany understands where I'm coming from. Oh, I have not seen the interview with Candace last night. I don't even know where to begin to look for it. Everybody seems to have clips of it. Oh, well. Ziggy, I talked to Chase in an email yesterday about noon. Well, thank you for the super chat. I hope he's doing okay, and he doesn't seem mad at Tiffany and stuff, so. Huh. Why is that? Why'd she do that for? She believes Chase is in on some scam or something? I don't think I've ever heard her say something like she believes Chase is up to something like that. Yeah, he's always seemed like, I mean, a really good person. I don't, you know, I've never met him or talked to him, but well.
Well, here's the thing, Scott, when you're telling somebody that you have their text messages and their audio, what are you trying to use that for, man? Answer that, okay? Answer that, Scott. Tell me what you're trying to use that for. So, you know, I don't know. Here I thought everybody was. I don't know. I've been really fooled on here. I've been really fooled on here.
I feel you.
YouTube streets is something else, right? It's high school all over again.
You know, why would you go tell a girl or a woman on here that you have her audio and her text messages? Tell me that. Or what, you know, I don't get it. And I didn't appreciate it. So if anybody wants to know why I said that about Scott, that's why. Because he's not, you know, apparently everything that everybody said, all I was getting day in and day out was text messages from other people. Right. And I can show them if anybody wants to see them, but I, you know, won't have no name on it. But I can show text messages of people being afraid of Scott H. Coming to me. Why would you come to me for that? I'm not Scott H.
That's the thing, and that's what we were saying earlier. People got to go to who they have an issue with and talk. Say what you got to say to them and clear the air. Like, we can talk.
No, like I said, this is about a kid, a 5-year-old kid. It's not about if you can drive or not. It's not about if you're sending text messages to women saying, "I have your your text messages. I have your audio. Well,
No,
why would you tell a woman that? Why? You know, look, I'm at the point where I'm not tolerating it anymore. You know, and that's
yeah,
that.
you know what? Everybody, here's what I could tell you. I mean, I don't know his answer, but I could tell you this: the way it's going down right now, I'm damn near about to start recording everybody I talk to.
Well,
Shit.
I'll tell you what.
I'm
From
not
here on
gonna
out,
do
if
that,
you
but
see,
you know what I'm saying? It's
for,
crazy out
yeah,
here.
well, for, you know,
Crazy out here.
don't call me. That's one. Don't even call me because I don't have time for the
Exactly.
bullshit.
Exactly.
I got
You
you.
know,
No, I feel
I
Scott
got
H. Here, I'll go ahead and tell you, Scott H. told Penny and Tiffany not to trust me because I wasn't doing what I told everybody I was doing down here. You know, I mean, if we're gonna out it, let's just out it. Okay,
Yeah.
let's just out it all. You know, and I never said a word about that. Not to him, not to nobody. But you know what? Let's out it. There it is. You know, I just man.
Well, you
I
did
think
do the billboard, so that's that should
I
be
think
that.
I should get off here and just keep doing what I'm doing and let the rest go.
Oh, you have been doing what you've been doing,
Yeah, you have.
Chase. You know, and that's
He's in it for
He's a piece
himself.
of shit. He's in it for himself. And you know all this bullshit he's been going on about, oh, my investment's this and my investment's that. And bullshit. If
Okay.
now he may have them, but I tell you what, he don't know how to manage them from what I've got. From what I've got right here in my fucking hands right now, he's a dirty son of a bitch.
What do you have?
Oh, I got a lot. I told you I had a lot more than what y'all had. A whole lot more.
Wow.
He's a wife beater. He's a woman beater. He's a thief.
I'm sure
He's a
he is.
So that one was different than, I guess, the whole grandest theory. Yeah. I'm just saying, like, maybe, like, I don't know. I don't know what to think, guys. All right. I think I've said what I don't believe the theory. I mean, if this is just because I don't believe it, though, that doesn't mean I don't believe the theory that Grandis saved Summer. But also we can't say that Chase is scamming because who knows when he was told about this theory. You know what I mean? I mean, it's probably just like any of our theories. Some people go around saying their theories like it's fact. And maybe it was kind of like that. I don't know. What is Mary here? Oh, hey, Mary. Good morning, Mary. Hope you're doing well too. All right. Okay, we can watch this partial interview that is taken down. I don't understand Squall's freaking. She is just on a Squall and Dawn. Well, not just that. Squall, Dawn, Kay, Benny Keys, Lizzie. are really on a rampage trying to discredit Jenna. I mean, like whoa. Lizzie, that is about as trashy as they get. I saw her call somebody like white trash, and I was thinking, wow, you should be talking. I was like, isn't that the pot calling the kettle black? I've never seen somebody so trashy in my life. Like, whoa, I'm sorry. I know that's rude, but that girl, and it's not just, she's, you know, I don't know what negative she has, why she has such negative things to say about me. I give everybody a platform to talk. I've had Dawn Keller on here. I've had Jenna. I've had Dawn Wells. Candace has made a couple little statements, but, you know, not really interviewed. All different kinds of opinions. I let them talk. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Unsolved with Barb Smith. I said, what dates in November the other money would be going in? And agreed, it's ridiculous, all the drama. Yeah, the money, if anything from Super Chats, she won't get till the very earliest, the 21st of next month. I mean, I did too. I do too. I don't know why. I mean, I feel like she's seems pretty good head on her shoulders, and she's not aggressive like Pro Garden can be. She's just, you know, so I don't really understand why somebody would have, unless like she's saying things that are especially, I don't know. You'll see here, you know, what happens when Jenna gets brought up and Candace starts crying. And then Dawn has to remind her, you know, Candace starts crying that she's heartbroken. And then Dawn Wells has to remind her, well, you're already heartbroken. She's like, oh yeah, Summer. And then grabs this picture of Summer. And it's like, we've never seen you cry for Summer, but yet you want to take this time to that you're upset about Jenna, you're crying about Jenna, how she betrayed you, and you're like, oh, perfect time to pretend I'm crying for my daughter.
Huh?
I mean, it is. I don't think it will. I don't like it, but I mean, I guess maybe she felt it was important information, but what would make somebody record it in the first place, though? Like, I don't know. Yeah, they are playing games. You're right, Margot. They are playing games. All right, well, let's move on. I know that's a particularly, you know, the subject of that call, I know, has people divided. And and even people in here, and I just don't want. I'm not mad at Tiffany or anything like that. I mean, but I just don't. She's even a mod in here, you know what I mean? It's just that I don't. I'm not gonna lie and be like, oh, just because I like her and stuff, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I just think it was a great idea to record personal phone calls. Unless, like, I don't know. I just don't. Maybe she'll explain it. I don't know. Like I said, I immediately thought, oh shit, she probably recorded our phone call. Let me see.
And I things, and Don was kind of what I want to talk about.
So this channel is real quick, True Crime with Libby, and I'll share the link in the comments. Let me get this to the right spot here.
Here's what I want to show you is this video right here. Gosh, this whole thing. Now what I'm going to say here, don't know.
I just want to.
Don't know how I would be now. And everyone is different. Oh my gosh, I don't know. What's real and not a hoax? Who's on Benny?
Real quick, I want to address this comment. Bashing in what way, Luda Lee? Everybody knows that. Well, I guess I can't say everybody knows because I allow all opinions here. That was the whole point of this channel. I try to remind everybody all the time. That's why I made this channel. It's because I couldn't go into another creator's chat without putting an opposite opinion without being blocked. I don't want people blocked for other opinions. Somebody saying things like, oh, I don't, I don't want people calling names like, like calling somebody, I don't know. I don't even, no matter who it is, there's no separate rules for creators than there is anybody else in the chat. I'm also not one of those that's like, oh, don't mention any other creators in my chat. I think that's the most retarded thing ever. Like, and sorry for using that word, but it's a bad habit of mine. But just saying, it's so stupid. Like, I don't care who's creator or what creator is mentioned in my chat. I don't know by bashing what you mean, but just saying like you don't like a certain creator or that you don't agree with them. Yeah, anything like name calling or something like that can be timed out. And I really don't like people blocked. I really was going to have like a no mod chat. But then it just got, I started having guests and stuff like that. So that's why I now have mods, because just so I noticed that some people are particularly like affected by negative comments. Some people are more easily able to separate them and not let it affect them. Like me, I see like there's tons of positive comments and stuff, but we tend to like look at the negative ones and it really stands out. I try to realize like, it just doesn't affect me. I don't know. Oh, well, thank you, Backyard. And I know that some people don't understand this stuff, and people I don't want people having having their opinions. I don't want it to be blocked just because they don't agree with what somebody did, a creator did, or whatever. Even though I do support her, that doesn't matter. I mean, to me, I don't want separate rules for different people and stuff like that.
Chase is on Benny? Please say no. All right, I'm going to start this, you guys.
Damn. Oh my goodness. That's funny. Oh, look at all that love. Look at all that love.
Hey,
God forbid. Lord.
I just want to say one thing.
What's that, honey?
Dawn Keller has never ever been to my house in her life.
Thank you, ma'am.
She's my best friend.
I love you, honey. And there you have it.
I love you.
Look at her. My future's so bright, I gotta wear shades. That's it.
Right? It's all here, baby.
Oh, Lordy. It's been.
Baby, I'm gonna have to be show.
Well, she'll know how to turn the camera off.
We'll figure it out in the long run.
Oh my goodness.
You know, hey Dawn.
Hey, what, babe?
Where's all our art supplies? We gotta get some art going on.
Oh my God! You seen the mess I was sitting in last night, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
I got all the paper put away, and I didn't get nothing done today. I was sitting there messing with a bunch of stuff because I was talking with Sally and all them. So I got enough paper.
I went and put some take your shades, babe.
Yeah.
I went and put some pieces of flooring down.
I got pee.
No one cares about if you got a pee, babe.
Did you put that flooring down? That wood laminate flooring?
Yeah,
I put a few pieces down to see what it looked like.
Put that in there in the food.
We're gonna put that in the food pantry. It's gonna look great. Thank you, Swaphead.
You are very welcome for that. We just had it here, and I was going to use it for something else. And well, if anybody's got an old man and you want a project to do and everything, you get the supplies to do that project, and it just sits there. Oh yes. And it doesn't get done, so we had that.
Oh, of course. I love you.
I heard your dog.
There we go.
Hey, baby.
Yeah, boy.
Get it, boy. Jets and jacks.
Oh,
Let me get this thing.
Where's that pretty little zipper at?
He is outside as usual. Brenda, isn't it nice to see her smile? It is beautiful. It's so nice. Smile. It is.
I love y'all. Y'all are great.
No, you're the great one.
You're great. Both of you are. Both of you are.
Thanks for being our friend.
She's sitting there drinking hard liquor and chasing it with the Mountain Dew, I think. I just realized that she was had one cup in one hand and she just drank it, and then she just took a bottle of Mountain Dew and chased it. So she must have some whiskey or something poured in that cup that she was just drinking out of. Yeah, these don't look like these don't look like two parents who have lost their child or children since the others have been taken away. Yeah, well, I hope not. I hope that she doesn't get mad at me just for my opinion on just the release of a private phone call, or just like the recording of it. But, besides that, it doesn't mean I don't like her as a person. Yeah, Mountain Dew Chaser. Is it whiskey? I think, yeah.
Friends.
You're welcome.
See the Mountain Dew? Oh, that's what I'm drinking.
Right.
Yeah, right. I'm drinking ice tea.
Oh, it's a 2 liter, so you might as well.
Yeah, right. Just get one of them. Remember those straws that have the candy in them?
You just empty them out and stick that in the 2-liter bottle.
Candace, can you see that on
Hey,
the
can I
screen?
have a can I have a friend join us?
Absolutely.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Dale, go get her.
You better ask her first.
Let her come here.
You're mad. Can you see what's on the
Go
screen,
get my
Candace?
baby.
Music City Mom said she would like to
Yeah,
help with
I
the
see
house.
you.
The comment that I put
Well, that's
on
fine. Come here, Dale. Get your ass out of bed.
He's like, I got church in the morning. Well,
I was
Yeah.
cooking in the morning.
We gotta go to church and then we're gonna come home and work on the house. That's what
Yeah.
we're doing tomorrow. Come here. Come here, my friend. Get over here. Come over here. You're being on live, baby. Come here.
I'm gonna pick her up there.
Hang on. No, you don't need those.
Hi, Dale.
All right, this is my beautiful best friend, Dale. Hey, babe.
Hi, Dale.
She comes up every weekend and loves on me and helps me.
I
She's
love
the
her.
best friend ever. You know,
She is a very dear friend.
Yes, she is.
I'm going to get out until I get my dog situated.
mopping.
Okay.
I don't mean to judge, but does anybody, and maybe I am judging, but does anybody get a weird, creepy feeling about their relationship? Like, and you'll see here in a little bit, it gets a little bit more creepy when Candace starts crying over her failed relationship or friendship with Jenna. Yeah, it gets a little bit creepy. I suddenly so happy. Well, besides being probably buzzed, but that's like normal for them. That's a nightly thing. You'll start to see, I got really, really creeped out here in about a couple minutes, like real bad creeped out by how, oh God, it just freaks me out. Sorry. Chasing Justice, what name calling? No, they're not supposed to be any name calling. I wouldn't want that, no. What's not what I said at the start? Chasing, why are you such, why? See, this is the thing. This is what I don't get. Be friends with somebody, but don't sit there and be okay and support bad behavior. Like, I've seen you do this like before. When with what she, when was it that you I've seen you do this before? Was it when she came in? I mean, I don't even want to go there, but just because you're friends with somebody doesn't mean you should support something that's so obviously bad. I mean, it's so obviously bad. I'm not saying name calling is okay, because it's not. And if mods see that, they can definitely time out. But it's so recording a personal phone call is so obviously, and putting on YouTube is so it's just like obvious to me that that's bad. And I'm here for Tiffany. I mean, I'm cool with Tiffany too. Backyard, I'm cool with her too, but like, you cannot just be okay with like something, even though you're friends with somebody, like you have to call them on their shit. Like, and I like Chasing Justice too. Like, I mean, I'm sorry that she's like upset with me or upset with something, I guess, like maybe she feels that I'm being supporting or whatever, that she feels like people are saying negative things about Tiffany and it's upsetting her. But there's no excuse for it. I can't think of any excuse that would be okay to do that. Because how did she know that this information was going to come out during? She had to have been recording the whole phone call. How did she know it was going to come out during that phone call? It shows to me that maybe it was a habit of recording phone calls. I'm sorry, it's just my opinion, and it's just with that. There's things like that I've done that people do not agree with, like that are still supporters of me. Some don't agree with the information I put out last month. I can't just ignore the elephant in the room. I could have just not like commented on the whole phone call thing, but that's like the topic of conversation the past, like, what, 12, almost, I don't know, past day, 20, 12 hours, whatever, how many hours. It's just like what's going on right now. I can't just ignore it. People are going to be asking about it. It's hard for me to be fake and not say like that I was disgusted, absolutely disgusted that somebody would freaking record a private conversation like that. And put it on YouTube. I just thought it was gross. Sorry. Thanks, Scott. I'm just saying, like, I just do. And I hate that. I feel bad at the same time saying it because I do support Tiffany. But, I see like these people ride or die for these like content creators. Like Lizzie B. Savage is one of them. And a lot of Benny's supporters, it's like, no, and I don't want supporters that do that with me either. And if you really feel I'm wrong, like, I'm glad that you're stating it. Any of you. Yeah, I get questions I get asked every single phone call that I have with people, like, am I recording it? Their phone calls. They'll be like, I know you're recording this. I know you're. I mean, all I can say is like, no, I'm not. And, or they'll think that I'm recording it and going to put it out. I just think I don't know. I just think it's a bad look, but that's it. It's nothing beyond that. We're all human. We all make mistakes. I've done disgusting, horrible things before, like, and we all have, whether we like to admit it or not. I mean, I'm not mad at APE or right. I mean, I just don't like the whole like recording phone call thing and putting on YouTube. Recording it is one thing. If you think, maybe it might be important for law enforcement, recording is one thing, but like recording and then putting on YouTube is like another. I know. I don't take heart one comment, and that's what I try to do. I try to put it, but it's just like I really like most of you, but tasting justice does stick out to me because like I remember her in my chat from like the very beginning and stuff, so I notice her. So yeah, it stuck out to me, and I know she's like she's supports Tiffany and always sticking up for her and stuff. But, you know, I'm just the type that always will let a friend know when I feel like they're doing something that's not cool. How is that going to bring Summer back? If that was something like that, like it should have. I mean, I see you like recording a phone call and maybe send it to law enforcement, but I don't know.
How you been, Dale?
I am
It's on.
authentic. She's my baby. She's my baby.
Yep.
I love her. Yeah, I was sleeping.
Yeah, I told her.
No.
The morning I woke her up, she got to go to church in the morning.
I don't care if they woke her up. I go to church every day.
Yes, ma'am.
I go to work. The stairholder's been there. When God calls me.
Yes, you do.
It don't have to be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay, I go to church every day. Every day. Get the damn shit off your damn eyeballs. Now let's see the real Dale.
Oh, Allison Conley. Allison
Jenna,
Conley.
I love her. Okay. No, we don't love Jenna. I do. Jenna's a bitch. You know it, baby. I have a right to say that. She used me and abused me.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Good night, baby.
Good night, Dale.
Okay, so yes, Cynthia, I see your head is exploding. As were mine. As were mine, as was mine. I only have one. Oh my gosh. Yes, Todd, I know it's sad. Okay, good. It was odd, and knowing she had massive dental surgery made me wonder if that could have caused it. Maybe I'm just trying to figure it. I don't know. Brandy. Who is what woman? Layla, I can't with them. I understand, but I just feel like it's evaluate what? What are you talking about, Halle Belly? My daughter never have let her kids. Okay. You guys are confusing me with your comments right now. I will, Latida. I like your name. Oh, golly. Okay. Join in. It is around their
because I'll really be getting upset.
You'll be working your book off.
No.
Okay, I'm gonna play it again.
We love you, Dale. Good night. She's gotta go to bed. She drove a long way.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
You'll be working your book off.
No. Yeah. Don't get me started on Jenna because I'll really be getting upset.
Nah, let's not do that. Let's not do that.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Yeah,
let's not do that because I will really get mad.
Sorry, let's just
No, she ain't changed crap. I'm trying.
Okay.
I'm trying not to get mad, but she freaking.
We know what she did.
She tore my world apart. Don't put your hands over my face. You don't tell me to shut.
Okay, you two.
I'll tell you to shut.
Jenna tore her world apart. Okay, we can talk in private. That's for sure. That's cool. I don't want name calling of, Tiffany because she'll see it and it, will hurt her feelings. And she's probably already going to have her feelings hurt that I even say I don't agree with it. But it will be cool. We'll work it out. It'll be fine. Jason's on Benny's live last night. Then Mystery Angel's live last night. Jason. Oh, Chase is, you mean? This is on True Crime with Libby. Let's see. I said it earlier, but and I'll put it in the description. Yeah, True Crime with Libby. It was on Squalls originally, but she deleted it. Also, I wanted to mention about Don said in his our live here, that he had not seen, this is just not related to what's going on here, but that he had not seen the billboard. That billboard, I was sitting here trying to find it. Somebody emailed me the picture of it from the parking lot of his church. You can literally see the billboard from Don's church. Like, it's right there across the street in plain view. Maybe, I think it just has gone up though over this week. So maybe he hadn't been to church yet. So maybe that's why, I guess, but it's right there. I thought it was so genius that that's where they put it, in that location. So every time Dawn and Candace go to church, it's like a freaking reminder. Hey, you remember me, your daughter, Summer Wells? Tell law enforcement where I am. So I'll continue to play this and I'll show you guys this picture that somebody sent me. It's like from the parking lot of Dawn's church.
We don't want to display her feelers. I bet she did hurt her feelers.
No, she used me.
Oh, stop.
I know.
She said she was my friend and then turned around and said that I was just getting.
Observation. So I don't claim in any way to be an expert on DV relationships. I was in one, but it was, this is going to just sound so weird. It was more of a codependent, mutually abusive, and
Close Candace so I can get information.
kind of what I
Close Candace so I can get information.
Candace is just my opinion.
Close Candace so I can get information.
She also said
and that's wrong.
She also thinks she said she might have made a big mistake.
Yeah, I don't
That's right.
that.
She did make a big mistake. You don't befriend somebody like that. That's just wrong. And if she feels bad, that's her deal.
For real, it really is.
But at least she admitted it.
Yeah,
I
well,
don't
yeah.
care if she didn't admit it.
I have to give her that.
I don't
Well,
care if
that's
she
it.
didn't admit it. That was wrong for her to do.
Some people don't recognize that, though, baby. Some people don't recognize.
Man, I tried to be
don't
her
even care.
friend.
Some people don't.
For
even care.
real.
I know that.
And she used me.
I think she recognizes that, though.
Well, I don't think she does.
Well, I don't know.
I hurt my feelings.
I'm just going.
My heart is broken over that.
Your heart's broken, period.
It's broken over a lot of stuff. Somebody kidnapped my daughter,
So,
and then motherfuckers want to use me and abuse me. I'm really hurt.
I know.
Okay, I just want to point out that Don just reminded her that she's already heartbroken about other things. And then she's like, oh yeah, my daughter was kidnapped. I'll rewind it so you can hear it again.
your heart's broken, period.
It's broken over a lot of stuff. Somebody kidnapped my daughter.
So, I'm just going.
My heart is broken over that.
Your heart's broken, period.
It's broken over a lot of stuff. Somebody kidnapped my daughter,
So,
and then motherfuckers want to use me and abuse me. I'm really hurt.
I know.
We hurt for you as well, Candace. We
You
know
do?
we see they're evil.
But
And
Oh, baby, don't cry.
we
Candace,
want
don't
you to
cry.
know
You
that
make me
there's so
cry.
many of us
I
out
don't
here
understand
that love you.
why people got to be so mean to me.
But
I
you
know.
got a lot of good friends out of there. We have a lot of
It
good
still
things
hurts.
sticking up for you, though.
Yeah, but we have the
Yeah.
right to cry. I mean,
Yeah, we do. We absolutely have that right
Oh,
to
yeah.
cry. We have a right to scream and cuss when we have to protect ourselves. We can
yeah.
only take a person can only take so
I'm,
much
So much.
before we snap.
Yep.
And
I'm not.
It's all right, baby.
I'm
I
trying.
love
I'm
you.
trying to hold off. Hey, y'all. Hey, I'm trying to
Yeah.
hold off
Mm.
until I find the person who's responsible, and then I'm gonna
Don,
snap.
well, you don't just,
That's what I'm trying to hold off
yeah.
for.
Yeah, you just don't snap on that person because you don't need to be going away when Summer comes home. So
that's true. Your boys need you as
yeah.
well, and Summer's going to need you when she comes home, and Candace
I
needs you.
will.
So the person that originally interviewed Candace, this is on Squall Tits. Weird name. I say that every time. Squall Tits YouTube channel. They deleted it, but good thing is True Crime with Libby was recorded it. I guess Squall Tit thinks it makes her buddies look bad or something. I don't know. It's crazy how she can sit here and get upset and sad about people being mean to her or Jenna turning on her. But yet it has to be, I mean, she starts bringing up Summer about her daughter missing and stuff. But we've seen her talk about Summer before, I know she doesn't do very many interviews, but we never see any real emotion. When was this recorded? This was just done like yesterday, last night. I had another. If they stopped doping and drinking, it would help matters greatly, right? I love your channel, Lip Lock No More. I really do. If Chase believes Summer is coming home, then why is he concerned about the billboard? They were in BK channel last night too. Even Candace. Yeah, I saw that. I saw him on in that, or I guess. Wait, no, it was Benny's channel. I'm sorry that Dale lady was hanging all over Candace and kissing her face and rubbing her face. It was the creepiest. Oh my God, it was so gross. It was so weird. She was sitting there. I'm not going to play his videos because he strikes my channel and I don't even want to deal with that. Well, I'm glad that you're talking this time. But yeah, I love your channel. I just think you're the cutest thing. I loved when you stood there and you're like talking to who I forget. I think it was innocent until proven guilty. And you're like, look at me, ain't I cute? I was like, yes, you are. You go. I just think that you're the freaking shit. I really do. You're just so cute and funny and triple threat. Brains, well, more than triple threat, I guess, because you have beauty, brains, you can sing, you can dance, right? So that's like a quadruple threat. Oh, is it really her birthday today? I know, right, Jody? Yeah, if you guys want to see that, and I can't believe I'm even sending people to Benny's channel, but watch his live where he had, it was last night where he had Dawn, Candace, and Dale was sitting there making out with freaking Candace's cheek, it looked like. It was so weird. Well, happy birthday. Yeah, I hope that is true. I hope that is true that Grandis has Summer hidden somewhere, and that has been some people's theories, even well before this phone call with Chase. Now, if that's really what happened, man, I'm really gonna have I'm gonna have to apologize like every single day for months. I'd feel bad. I would feel bad, definitely, but at the same time, I would be like, well, they're obviously, if Grandis needed to protect Summer, it was from something, you know, some sexual abuse, like said in that phone clip. So then I'd be like, ew, you guys they're still disgusting people, but I would apologize for accusing them or suspecting them. And I would apologize several times. But something tells me that's not the case. I just do not believe it. I hope I hope Grandis took her and hid her somewhere for being safekeeping. But you guys, we have to remember, and this is something somebody else told me too when I was on the phone with him. Grandma has another person missing. There's another person missing in this family. I mean, yeah. Why can't he treat her own daughters? I don't know if she'd do that. Right. Exactly. Yeah, and I think, well, did he repeat that theory though? I don't think he repeated it on the live, did he? Did he repeat his theory on anybody's live? I think it was just on that phone call that he thought was, he was just talking, to a friend on a phone call, like privately. And I say much more on phone calls than I do on here. So I don't know. And we don't know who told him. I keep going through this in my head. I'm like, I don't know who told him. If we knew who told him. Never mention it. Thought it was a test question, but it's odd. It's not in are there any police updates? No, not really recently. He said pretty much he said what he said and he didn't deny it. Yeah. But who told Chase that to begin with? Exactly. Oh, you think that he was setting up Tiffany? Do you think? I mean, I don't know. That's another. Wow. It's been popular when it's spectating with some. Yeah. Hey, Justice for Summer Wells. The recap of the call. It was Chase and Tiffany Marie on a call, a private phone call together, and he was just saying that he was told by, I don't know, did he even say, he just said, did he say law enforcement told him that? Or I don't think he even said in the phone call who told him that there was a couple, a man and a woman, that a woman lured Summer away. And at the time, Grandma kept Candace busy and kept her occupied so she wouldn't see what was going on. But Grandma had a woman lure Summer away down the dog trail and met a man at the bottom of the dog trail. This was on a private call, and it was released on. And what else? What did I miss, guys? Hey, Critical Thinking Crime. What else did I miss? Oh, that Grandma's hiding Summer, and it's to basically because she knew the abuse happening to Summer, like sexual abuse and stuff like that. And yeah, I think it's the theory. Whatever happened to Kenny's friend named Rose? She came fast and left fast and tried doing GoFundMe. That's a good question. He also said girl, then said woman. Well, Mystery Angels has said that they are raising money for Billboard to send Chase. See, and I don't know. That's the thing. It's like if he really knows this theory, then there's no purpose. If he really believes this to be true or was told this was true about, law enforcement's just waiting on figuring out who the woman was that lured Summer away, then there would be no reason to raise money for a billboard or anything anymore. Because he's saying that law enforcement knows, right? That the FBI, he said FBI and TBI. No. Woman came up, lured Summer out of their well. The guy sat at the bottom of the road in the truck. I worked at a Fortune 500 call center. That is why they say your call could be recorded, because not every state is two-party consent state. Oh, that's a good point. Okay. I mean, I believe though that Tiffany probably looked into that before recording a phone call. Oh, I see your comment. That's why I said, I'm hoping, I just hope and pray that Tiffany didn't do the same thing to my phone calls with her, but I mean, it is what it is, right? That's my only issue with it. With Tiffany, I'm not mad at Tiffany. I just it does make me like, wow, did she record our phone calls? That's it. They could have dropped Summer off anytime. Don't need no mask thing like this. Well, trust no one on that side. See, if they were going to do that, they could have dropped Summer off anytime. Well, but they had to make it seem like a kidnapping. Oh, I didn't see or sent me an email. Okay, I'll check. I'll go ahead and well, guys, you don't understand. If I just go to her and ask her, it's I actually wrote out a text to text her and ask her if she recorded our phone call. She's not going to say yes. I mean, duh. I mean, I'm not saying duh to any of you guys. I'm just saying duh. Like, nobody's going to admit that. He's trying to raise money for 2 more billboards. Which that doesn't really make sense if law enforcement knows where she's at. She literally has said she records every phone call. Oh, I'm pretty sure I asked her like if she was recording our phone call, but maybe I didn't. I can't be for certain. I feel like I asked her that because of the information we were talking about, but I can't be for certain, so I don't want to say that. And it's weird. He says the FBI knows it's ever safe. Yeah. All right. I'll go ahead and continue playing this. This and I don't know. It's just may not have all the info. Even this stuff I fear will be bad. Oh, I'm not going through anything. Everything is cool. Like.
I will go to prison to get a hold of this, whoever's
No,
responsible.
no. Look, I got mad earlier tonight. I got
You
the
know,
federal Canada.
that's how
I
it
went through
works.
dark at the tree.
That's just how it works.
I don't understand why.
That's just how it works.
I don't understand why Jenna did what she did to me. It hurts my feelings. It bothers me.
Because she.
Why? Why would you do that to me?
Because things got the best of her. Just please let
No,
her be
because
peace.
she thought that you all were guilty like everybody else is. And this day and time, you're guilty to prove
Yeah,
it.
just like a lot of people.
Right.
You have to forgive her. You have to pray for her. You have to forgive her.
But I can't.
But the Lord says to.
Because she's told me in the beginning
Lord says,
that she was my friend.
But the Lord says pray for your enemies.
Oh.
I know.
In due time. In due time.
On this one.
In due time.
Right.
You've gone through so much.
Nobody has seen
Yeah.
pain that came.
I'm sorry if it's irritating you that I keep stopping it, but I need to make comments because I'm just I'm a chatty, opinionated one. Okay, so I am I want to address what Emery asked, and she said, what if some lowlife did take her? So, well, here's my thing. What if they are not in any way involved? And what I want to answer to that is that I will 100% own it that I unfairly judged them if that is the case. I will apologize. But right now I don't know. And I'm not going to ignore the many, 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 many red flags. We can't ignore the red flags. We can't ignore the crazy things that they have done throughout this period and what they've done in their past. That says something about who they are, yet that doesn't necessarily add up to we had something to do with our daughter's disappearance. I don't know. I just think keep your mind open. So yeah, I would apologize, but it doesn't mean that I think they're innocent either.
And just has pain, the pain that they have shown. I mean, nobody has seen that because they too try to keep face, They don't want people
I-
hating
I-
on them. And no matter what they do, people
Considering the
continue
word-
to hate.
Considering the words that Jenna said the other night, I'm gonna pray for her. That's what I'm gonna do. Because she felt like she might have made a mistake, so I'm gonna pray for her.
No.
Just out of her brother.
I thought Jenna was my real
Sorry,
friend.
baby. I'm gonna pray for her.
Oh Lord, my
I really
cousin
did.
look like crap.
I know what
You're
it's-
beautiful,
I
dog.
know what it's like.
There you
A
go.
mistake, a devastating mistake. I know what that's all about.
I don't
so-
understand why she would do that to me.
Because it looks like
It really hurts me.
it looks bad.
I thought she was a really good friend. Like I fucking
She thought
trusted
she was
her with
doing-
everything.
She thought she was doing the right thing and trying to figure shit out. I mean, come on now.
I really trusted her.
But you look at the friends that you do have that believe what you're saying. That's what you got to look at.
Absolutely.
And you know, I've never.
Sorry, y'all.
You have
Y'all
so many
never-
people out here. No, you have so many people out here that love you and that are rooting for you.
You have a
Yeah,
lot
they're
of
like, sorry.
That's
Sending you
right.
love.
To be sorry.
Yep.
I can put my phone back down. It's gonna eat
And
the
we
food.
It's like nobody
understand.
really understands.
Some
Like
people do though. Some people do though.
Summer was my baby.
Stop,
That was
stop.
my everything.
For sure.
Put your phone down.
For sure.
Summer was my everything. I loved her to death. And
Yeah,
everybody's like, you don't care about her, but I do care. I do want to know what happened. I don't.
Oh, no. Why do you think I've defended you to the end?
I know, baby.
And
Yeah.
you got other people that defend you big time every day.
Where's my little
Shut up, Dawn, says Justice. I'm Candace cries over everything but her kids, right? I hope none of the children are ever return these people, right? Like, no tears. Now, she pulls this also on Benny's live. If you guys want to watch him, even though I won't play him here. But they were also on Benny's. She pulls this fake crying, and then she has her friend like basically making out with her face, the side of her face, like, and rubbing it, and just like, it was so, I can't even explain, you guys. Just like, it's seared into my mind that her just like, you know, making out with her, Candace's, it was so weird. It was odd. And, you know, Candace was doing that ugly cry face, but there was no tears. But I did notice some tears from Dawn. Because just the way the light was hitting his face, I could see that he had been crying. He had tears. But it's pretty easy to have, it's easier to fake emotion when you're drinking, when you're drunk, you know. Thank you, Pretty with Pistols. Yeah, speaking in past tense again, it's just, I mean, maybe at this time, they were speaking in past tense 2 weeks after Summer was gone, right? That's when this their interview together was. It was just, or was it even sooner than that? She said, I do want to, I thought she said, I do want to know what happened this summer. I can rewind it a little bit. Almost 2 hours. And this is going to be somewhat of a short live, but I will be getting off here within 25 minutes for sure. I have to. But is that what she said? I do want to tell people what happened. I thought she said, I'll rewind a little bit. I thought she said that, I will rewind it a little bit, but I swear she said, I do want to know what happened. Okay, let's see. Let me rewind a little bit.
and they were rooting for you.
You have a
Yeah,
lot.
everybody's sorry.
Sending you love.
Everybody to be sorry.
Yeah.
I can put my phone back down. It's gonna.
And we
It's like nobody
understand.
really understands.
Some
Like
people do though. Some people do though.
Summer was my baby.
Stop,
That was
stop.
my everything.
For sure.
Please talk down.
For sure.
Summer was my everything. I loved her to death. And
Yeah,
everybody's like, you don't care about her, but I do care. I do want to know what happened. I know.
Oh no. Why do you think I've defended you to the end?
I know, baby.
yeah.
You got other people that defend you big time every day.
Where's my little girl, man?
I know, baby. I
Oh,
know.
And we
It's like nobody
understand.
really understands.
Some
Like
people do though. Some people do though.
Summer was my baby.
Stop,
That was
stop.
my everything.
For sure.
Please talk down.
For sure.
Summer was my everything. I loved her to death. And
Yeah,
everybody's like, you don't care about her, but I do care. I do want to know what happened. I know.
Oh no. Why do you think I've defended you to the end?
I know, baby.
yeah.
You got other people that defend you big time every day.
Where's my
For
Please talk down.
sure.
Summer was my everything. I loved her to death. And
Yeah,
everybody's like, you don't care about her, but I do care. I do want to know what happened. I know.
Oh no. Why do you think I've defended you to the end?
I know, baby.
yeah.
I hear I do want to know what happened. I hear I do want to know what happened. I do want to know what happened, is what she's saying. Yeah, that's what I think so too. I did hear for a second. I replayed it because, and I can play a couple more times just over that little part. That's what I heard. But I did hear this for a second. I do want to say what happened, but then I re-listened to it. Like after you guys said it said, I do want to say what happened. I did hear that. And then after I rewound it and went over it, every other time I heard, I do want to know what happened. Yeah, I think so too. It's on us. It was on Squall's channel, but Squall deleted this. I have no idea. Thankfully, True Crime with Libby was able to catch it. Yeah, I'll play it a couple more times, and then I'm just gonna let it continue after I play it a few more times.
Please talk down.
Summer was my everything. I loved her to death. And
Yeah,
everybody's like, you don't care about her, but I do care. I do want to know what happened. I know.
Oh no. Why do you think I've defended you to the end?
I know, baby.
yeah.
You got other people that defend you big.
Please talk down.
For sure.
Summer was my everything. I loved her to death. And
Yeah,
everybody's like, you don't care about her, but I do care. I do want to know what happened. I know.
Oh no. What?
please talk down.
For sure.
Summer was my everything. I loved her to death. And
Yeah,
everybody's like, you don't care about her, but I do care. I do want to know what happened. I know.
please talk down.
For sure.
Summer was my everything. I loved her to death. And
Yeah,
everybody's like, you don't care about her, but I do care. I do want to know what happened. I know.
Oh no. Why do you think I've
please talk down.
For sure.
Summer was my everything. I loved her to death. And
Yeah,
everybody's like, you don't care about her, but I do care. I do want to know what happened. I know.
Oh no. Why do you think I've defended you to the end?
I know, baby.
yeah.
You got other people that defend you big time every day.
Where's my little girl, man?
I know, baby.
Oh,
Oh.
Look at
That's
her.
how
She's
you
so
really-
beautiful.
I know. We'll find her.
She is
They'll
very
find her.
beautiful.
She's my baby. I want her back home with us.
Yeah, Candace, you just Miss Allison Conley here. She says, Candace, Jenna just showed her true colors because true friends loves and supports you unconditionally. And then she says, we love you, Candace, and
Absolutely.
we've got your back. You have
I feel that Candace is using her being upset with Jenna and Jenna's betraying her as she's using that upset and those tears to make it seem like she's crying about Summer and upset about Summer, because That's what started this, is Jenna. So Charlie Girl says, Chase said answers in Warriors video. I am afraid Chase is being set up by law enforcement. If Grandma set it up, wouldn't she know who took her? Chase's YouTube is blank now. Is his YouTube completely blank? I'll check. Or is it just that one video? Is it completely blank? Let me see here. It is completely blank. Well, somebody, so I saw Susie in the chat say I emailed you, and I emailed her back. I had a very interesting email from IC. I don't know if I can. So thank you for that email. And Angie Lee says, on replay, notice immediate voice change when says to Don, I know, baby. Yeah. This is a bunch of fakery. All of it. And her friends that are up there, what's that called when they're not encouraging, but they're, what's the word, guys, when you help a friend do, or a loved one do something that's not good for them? What's that word? It's like my mind's gone blank. And thank you so much, Angie Lee. And now I lost the person who sent the last super chat. Enable. Thank you, Lips. Those are enablers there. Dawn K. Sorry, I know I've had her on my panel, but that doesn't mean I can't call her on her shit either. Just like I would do anybody else, and I would want you guys to do to me too. I do. I really want you guys. If you see me doing it, and people do it all the time, don't be afraid to tell me, even if you're a mod or no matter who you are. Trust me, like, I respect that much, much more than somebody who just like goes along with somebody because they like them. I do. I respect that. I don't like to be told what to do, but I really hate being told what to do, actually. But if you suggest something, or if you tell me in a way like, hey, just wanted to let you know, like, it's just bothering me that you did this or you said that, I didn't think it was cool. Like, I will listen, and I will listen with an open mind. And I respect it too, and I won't be mad at you. But yeah, Squall and Don K have been on. I don't like what they've been doing to people who are speaking out against, especially Squall. I'm not okay with it. She keeps putting up this video of Jenna, and Jenna's just like, whatever, she struck it like twice, and it's just like, whatever, she's just gonna let her have it. I told her, yeah, I mean, it's not a big deal really, but Summer was my everything. Okay, actress, right? It probably is Benny talking. Just like when I was on live with Prayer Garden, and everybody's like, who is that man talking? And then I hear in the chat, like by, a bunch of people say, that's Benny. And then Prayer Garden's like, yeah, I have Benny on the phone. People heard him say too, like on our live, make sure, screen record. It's like, I don't delete lives. If I do something embarrassing or whatever, no reason to delete it because somebody's already grabbed it. Have a hard time expressing the true feelings. Don't know if Don and Candace had anything to do with her daughter's disappearance. Yeah. Agree, Ziggy. Same with Don. When he came in after the abductor the other night, he was mad at the women on panel. He came in after the abductor. I'm confused on the first sentence, but yeah, I do suggest you guys go, even though it gives some views, go watch that live, that just the part of Benny's when he had Donna Candace on the panel, and watch that Dale lady. Like, it is. People are telling them people want to see their grief. Yes, Slink, exactly. Even though, yes, you're so right. They have been taking people's suggestions or hear what they hear on YouTube. I've noticed it. You're so right. People have been saying we want to see your grief. Even I said that to Don when I had him on the phone, and when he was getting upset, and saying he would hurt whoever took Candace. And he wasn't mad, and he was showing emotion. I was like, Don, this is what people need to see. It probably was fake because he's already heard before a million times. Like, we need to hear you being mad, not you saying, oh, well, it depends. When somebody asks him, what do you want to happen to the person who abducted or hurt your daughter? Well, it depends. Like, no, that's not how parents talk. And you also don't bring up the other missing children in the world. Not while your daughter's missing. You can't. I mean, I know it sounds selfish or whatever, but if you have a daughter missing or a child missing, son missing, you don't sit there and think about every other child missing in the world. You're thinking about your own child. Do you guys notice how he does that? Every time he starts talking about Summer being gone, he also mentions every other child missing. I don't know. I just think that's weird. I think you have tunnel vision. You would have tunnel vision if your child was missing. And you can't, I mean, it might seem selfish, but that's your child. It's just instinct. I haven't had a child missing, so I don't know. Maybe that would be something to ask to somebody who has had a child missing before. I mean, I can think that now because I never had a child. I can think about all the children missing and not just, think. But Don always mentions like these 500 kids that have gone missing in this in this area of Oklahoma, and just things like that. And it's like, I don't know if that's a normal thing a parent would do when they have a child that's missing, just as of 4 months ago. Right. It's way too soon, I think, Joy Catcher. Now, I could see somebody talking like that after a while, definitely, and using your child's memory as a way for other missing children, using their That, yes, I could see that, but he's been saying things like that very early on. I know it's been a few months now, but it's still early on. And he's also been saying stuff like that way before now. Just me is trying to get your attention. Okay. Love to all. Okay. I'm believing Reverend Donna Serafina, or let's see. Yeah, I think that just me is here. Okay. Who's just me? I will stay in chat. Guess Ziggy does not know I'm here. Just ask me anything. Who are you, just me? Am I supposed to know who just me is? Okay, let me scroll down. Maybe I'm missing. Can somebody, if you guys know what I'm supposed to be seeing with just me, can you let me know, or is it just somebody being silly? I don't know, Kevin. I don't think so. Yes, they do grieve in all different ways, but it's not just how they're grieving that's not, that's suspicious. You know what I mean? Since the beginning, and actually pay very close attention to people actually involved, have a different take on the average bearer. Who is this just me? I'm confused. Yeah, me too. I don't know who it's supposed to be. Unless it's somebody who just changed their screen name and don't realize that their screen name is different than usual. Yeah, Squall's video is private. Oh, is it Chase? Chase is welcome to come up and speak if he wants. Yeah. Tiny answer, I believe so too. I don't think one point I watched, don't get me wrong, I agree. I'm just saying it's just saying it on one point I watched every video on this couple and I never comment. It's baffling to me. I want someone home just as bad as everybody else. Yep. But you're right. People do grieve in different ways. And if it was just the way they grieve that is questionable or different than what we normally see, then that would be one thing. But there's a lot of other things that plays into that. I may have been behind. You said Candace is really upset at Jenna. I think Dawn's anger, rage at the kidnapper the other night was at the women on panel, not the so-called abductor. That's another good point. It could be like kind of what's happening here. Like how Candace used the opportunity that she's upset at Jenna and showing emotions. She suddenly used that opportunity to be like, oh, I can use this opportunity to act like I am sad about my daughter. Same thing when Dawn was on the phone. Oh, I could use this anger I have for the people on panel and kind of transfer that to the abductor. Yeah, just me. You can email me and let me know who you are. Why wouldn't? Well, that's a good question. Why wouldn't she be sad about her daughter? You tell me. Like, that's what I want to know. Why isn't she ever sad about her daughter? I know what you're saying, though. You're saying I think you're probably on the. She doesn't show emotion, though. I mean, how do I know what they're going through? I know they lost a child, and I know that they're not acting like normal parents that have a child missing when compared to other parents who've had child. That's the only way I can compare it. If people are saying the same thing over and over again, that maybe that means something. If it seems like that, if everyone that has, which is not true, there's other creators that have different opinions about these parents. But if it seems like the majority are saying the same thing, then maybe that means something. Yeah, that's a good point, Lordicopia. If people commented that it's unusual that Don and Candace aren't wearing clown noses like so many other parents of missing children did, and they both would be wearing clown noses on the next live. That is so true. I do notice that Don uses things that he learns from YouTube. That's just my opinion. That's what it seems. I can't say that that's fact. I'm just saying that that's what it seems like. But they don't seem to want to focus on Summer and take time to get well. I have empathy, but more for Summer than for them. Sometimes I do catch myself, like when Don was on the phone the other night on here, and he was, I did catch myself feeling bad for him. And I have caught myself feeling bad for Candace's, during that interview with Chris McDonough, with Candace, I did have like a little change of opinion. And I was like, then I suddenly was like, well, did Don do something? And Candace doesn't know. It's like, I have caught myself feeling bad for him. I did feel bad for him when he was on the phone, like during our live, the other night. Wouldn't most people be upset if their spouse lost your child? Yes. I want to defend my husband the way Don defends Candace, and we have a somewhat healthy marriage. Wouldn't most people be upset if your spouse lost your child, right? Exactly. Survey says that's a great point, and that's what I asked Don, which is a question that nobody's asked him, because I thought, if I was in his shoes and my husband was home with our child, and while he was home, the child was abducted, even though it wouldn't be his fault, really, I would catch myself blaming him probably. Because it's like that what if game that we tend to play. Like, what if this and what if that? And it's like, yeah, that's what I asked him. I was like, do you catch yourself being upset at Candace as it caused problems in your marriage? Because that's just natural. I just wanted to see, and then there's times I asked him questions that I already knew the answer to, that I knew, like, I can't even think what they were, but I know I did this. Like, I knew that were true. For instance, so I asked him about failing a drug screen. I asked him when the last time he used. I was trying to see how he acts when he lies. Questions I know the truth to, like the drug screen. I know he failed a drug screen and for CPS. He told me he didn't. That gives us something like, kind of like the behavioral panel does, like a baseline to see how does Don act when he's lying. And that's why I did. I knew he would lie to the question, like, did you fail a did you fail a drug screen for CPS? You know, we could use that to compare to him answering other questions to decide whether, you know, how he reacts when he lies. Also, like the question about Hunter. Well, even Cher was recently on, which is really, really, I don't, I'd like to ask Terry with Terry why she has such a problem with the way I overhear how we question Donna Candace. Because when Cher was over there just recently, somebody sent me an email to let me know. Cher's over there saying, you know, Candace had a inappropriate relationship with Hunter. You know, that Candace was sexually abusing Hunter. I mean, that's the truth. He's only 14 or was only 14. Maybe even younger, because who knows when it started. I asked Dawn that question knowing he knows about it, because even Cher was saying this on her channel just recently. That was okay. Terry didn't have a problem with it then, but she sure had a problem with it when I asked Dawn about that question. She had a problem with me mentioning it to you guys early last month, when that info was released. See, certain people have certain different reactions. It just depends on who is releasing the information. It shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be like, oh, if this person says it, then I'm going to be okay with it. But if this other person says it, then that's wrong. Don grew up in a generation where males show emotion sort of inappropriate, such as I don't know about that whole like inappropriate thing. And while he was saying that, such as boys don't cry, see, I don't. He said something like that on here when he's like, you know, guys aren't supposed to cry. He said something like that about him showing emotion about his daughter being gone. It's like, your daughter's gone. I think everybody would be definitely understand you crying about that. I need to hurry up and get through this because I have to go here in a little bit, and I wanted to show you something on Terry's that was quite interesting that she said. She's gonna think it's not cool of me pointing this out, but it's like, it just shows you. Here, let's just get through this real quick.
You have so many out here supporting you and loving you, and we want to.
I can't live without my daughter and my boy.
I know
But-
you're
They
well.
don't even know.
But still, God says pray for your enemies and everything. And I feel like Jenna is worth praying for. So I want Jenna to know that we're praying for her and we love her no matter what. I want her to know that.
Who's my baby?
She don't even know me.
My baby.
Jenna doesn't even know me.
Oh,
I've heard
my
all the
little
things she
girl.
said about me, and I still want her to know that we're praying for her. I mean, and we pray for her, and we still love her because we know the situation she's in.
No, I just want to give you a big hug, honey.
Don, you're a bigger man than most of us that are out here loving you all and sending y'all love and support, because we are mad. We are so mad at the people who are treating you the way that they're treating you. We are on a war path.
I've been mad for 3 days. I've been on the war path for 3 days.
I know.
Everybody. For the past 3 days, I've been so ill.
But wait a minute, Don.
And then I think
Don,
about
wait a minute. But wait a minute, Don. You're not supposed to say
Holy
that.
fuck. Holy
Oh, do that sissy voice.
Oh my god. Whoa.
I got it again. I got it again.
His brain.
I got it again.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
I know it make her laugh.
Oh my god. God.
Yeah, Don, you know. Don, you know better. You know where you were, Don.
We are mad. We are so mad at the people who are treating you the way that they're treating you.
Only thing
We are on a war path.
I've been mad for 3 days. I've been on the war path for 3 days.
I know.
Everybody. For the past 3 days, I've been so ill. I
But wait a
really
minute,
have.
Don.
And then I think
Don,
about
wait
what
a minute.
you
But wait a minute, Don. You're not supposed to say that.
Holy fuck.
Oh, do that sissy voice.
Oh my god. Whoa.
I got you down.
What were they just laughing about, guys? Super chat. That was nice of. I know. Look at the call. Going to get it, Emraith? The prank, the infamous prank call. You're right. Snappy up in here. Look at this. I just don't know why.
You got
Oh my gosh.
wow.
I knew I'd make her laugh.
Oh my god. God.
Yeah, Don, you know. Don, you know better. You know where you were, Don.
Damn it, man.
Okay,
Damn it, man.
okay. I had to do it. I knew it was
You got me.
I knew it would get it.
Oh, you got me good.
I love you, baby Don.
Real quick, they're laughing about she's doing the prayer garden voice. Dawn's trying to talk like prayer garden, so that's what they're laughing about. So they're just trying to talk like prayer garden and make her, yeah, they're impersonating prayer garden's voice.
You did good, Don.
That was awesome. Yeah.
I would not do that
How
to y'all.
about
I
first
seen you
time?
both like.
Oh, I'm not
You
seeing her
both
face.
of y'all's back straighten up and like y'all thought that was so
I've seen her face. I was
We
like, oh
both
shit.
about first
Don was
time.
going like, what?
That was good. Wow. Wow.
Oh my god.
That was awesome.
That was cool.
How about flipped out this
Don
time?
thought Don was going through the roof.
I know.
Wow.
I did it when he was sitting there and I did it to look on his face and I was writing camera and then I did it tonight. Oh God, I better tell him it's me. You guys were like, what?
Lady CG asked, she says, I needed to rewind because I'm late. Did they get enough flooring to cover the whole house? No, they just got enough to do the pantry with at this point, don't you?
Yes.
Right.
Just
Right.
enough to do the pantry? Okay. That's all they've
Just
got.
enough to do the pantry.
But just please tell them, please, thank God for all you good people, big, great, big hearts. We love you all so much. Please tell them that.
So that was the end of what True Crime with Libby had on that video. It was originally on Squall's, but Squall privated it or took it down. So I want to show you guys something funny before I have to go about something I found quite interesting. Terry, which I will tell you this. I'm not happy that she replayed my whole live the other night, but I'm not going to strike her. I thought about it. I'm not going to do it. And she was talked about how disgusting it was and all that. But yet she replayed the whole thing, or a bunch of it anyways. And I could have struck her and been an ass, but I don't know. I'm a pushover and I didn't. I felt bad, I guess, because people were like, trying to get me to do it because it would be her third strike. And so, but anyways, I found something really interesting on her live when she was playing, and it kind of was really disgusting, actually. So I'm about to play it and read what pops up. Not this little chat that's up right now, but read what comes up and read how she, or listen to how she responds to it. It's absolutely disgusting. I'm sorry, Terry, if you're watching. I know we have a truce, but this was not cool. And I'm gonna, you're able to call me on my shit, and I'll call you on yours, or I call anybody on their bull. You know what I mean? This wasn't cool. It sounded, anyways. Just listen and watch what pops up and her comment to it. Hey, Per Garden. Okay. I'm just seeing if it was just his phone or if it's. Hey, Dawn, are you there? I wish he knew how to.
Mary, you're right. Absolutely.
His phone on Do Not Disturb. Oh, I think he's good now. Are you there, Dawn?
That's why I want him on. But I'd be really nice. And I'm just.
I could call him and just put him on speakerphone if he'd be okay with that.
Freeze,
Hey, Per Garden. Okay. I'm just seeing if it was just his phone or if it's. Hey, Dawn, are you there? I wish he knew how to.
Mary, you're right. Absolutely.
His phone on Do Not Disturb. Oh, I think he's good now. Are you there, Dawn?
That's why I want him on. But I'd be really nice. And I'm just.
I could call him and just put him on speakerphone. Oh, I think he's good now. Are you there, Dawn?
That's why I want him on. But I'd be really nice. Freeze,
Hey, Per Garden. Okay. I'm just seeing if it was just his phone or if it's. Hey, Dawn, are you there? I wish he knew how to.
Mary, you're right. Absolutely.
His phone on Do Not Disturb. Oh, I think he's good now. Are you there, Dawn?
That's why I want him on. But I'd be really nice.
So, did you see the comment, what it says, and her response? These interviews help nothing. People are untrained and basically just trying to be famous. And her response is, Mary, you're right. Then she laughs. That's why I want him on. Okay, so you're trying to get famous off of Dawn Wells? So I'm going to play you another clip. Like, really? That's what we're doing? I mean, I just think that's gross. I mean, sorry. And then just to add on to what she says there, wait till you hear this next one too. These people think that Dawn is a celebrity or something. You remember when I had him on the other night and I asked Dawn if Benny, about the shirt he's sending Benny. And I was like, are you going to sign it? He's like, yeah, I will. And I'm like, you're really going to sign it? But I go, he made it seem like Benny asked him to sign the shirt. I'm like, I go, Benny asked you to sign the shirt, because these people treat him like he's a celebrity. He's not a celebrity, guys. He's more than likely involved in the disappearance of his daughter. And we already know also for a fact that he is a he's a S abuser. He's admitted it. I mean, trying to get famous on the back of Dawn Wells is that's gross. I mean, she might have been joking, but let's continue and watch this next part. Let me see if possible. I don't know if Spirit Seeker is here right now. Okay. I have it written down up until like the Dr. Phil thing. I can't hear Don right now. I don't know if he knows this, but I could call him.
I could call him. I can't call him though, because I don't have his phone number. Everybody has his phone number. It seems like everybody in the world has his phone number, except for me. The nice one. I really, really, really am. Anyway, shit, I wasn't gonna talk about
Thing. I can't hear Don right now. I don't know if he knows this, but I could call him.
I could call him. I can't call him though, because I don't have his phone number. Everybody has his phone number. It seems like everybody in the world has his phone number, except for me. The nice one. I really, really, really am.
Don, are you there? We can't hear you right now, Don. I'm having somebody, you guys, to people listening, I'm having somebody send me every no.
It was
Please,
a shit show.
If one of
I
the
saw it.
Anyways, I was gonna play it again by fast forward or put it to the wrong part. You guys, talking to Dawn is not like some kind of talking to a celebrity or something. It's you know what I mean. Come on. Yeah, I just thought earlier she talks about how she's just like she wishes he would call. She says it all the time. And then earlier, like I just showed you, she said she wants to, somebody's like, they're just trying to use Don to become famous. And she's like, that's why I want him to come on my piano or something like that. I'd also, real quick, my daughter wants to go, but somebody, let's see, which video was it? Right here. At 50, here we go. Can you guys see? No, you can't.
Promise you, like, he did not know that she was picking up Hunter that day. He had no idea until all shit hit the fan, Summer went missing.
Right.
She was not supposed to be hanging out with Hunter, and she was lying until she couldn't anymore about hanging out with Hunter. Also, you guys, it will come out that Candace had Hunter at her house that day. Candace was sleeping with Hunter. Like, I'm telling you.
No way.
I can't prove that. Hold up. I better retract that.
Okay, sorry.
Disclaimer. With how close I've gotten to the situation, I believe that other people believe, because they've told me that they believe that people are doing and have done things that they shouldn't have. But it is my belief, 110%, that Hunter was at that house that day Summer went missing. And that's why they left.
Wow.
And I think that that's why when Candace disappeared for the 2 minutes, it's my belief she was driving Hunter back home to Allie's when Summer went missing.
Oh, wow. And they wouldn't want to say that.
They wouldn't want to say that, but I've had conversations with people, and somebody wiped their phone clean before, like, I believe even TBI got it or whatever. But there is a certain somebody, a female in that family, that does delete shit and tries to lie and hide. And Donna's told me a lot of things from even the past that she has lied about. And also, yeah. So anyway, it is my belief. No, I cannot prove that right now. That Hunter
Wow.
was at the house that day.
That's crazy.
It's going to be very interesting. And then I've been back in touch with the cold case sergeant, who's also coming outside of just being, I hate to use the word interrogated, but we're drilling them with hard questions. So I've really enjoyed when he was asked the question, like, well, what would you want for the whoever did this or did whatever to Summer? Like, what would you want to happen with them? And would you want them to go to prison? And Don says, whoa, I don't think I want to see that for them. It's because it's his fucking wife he's talking about.
Wow.
Really? Okay. The reason why I'm playing this and showing this is because I find it very interesting, the hypocrisy that's shown here. Terry has a problem with the way that Don was questioned on my channel and the shit talk that's done to Don and Candace and this family and of the missing child. But they can sit there and do it. It's Cher sit here saying, oh, Candace was sleeping with Hunter. Something I put out at the beginning of the last month that, they all just thought was just horrible. Now she's saying it. And Terry, what about, oh yeah, the part where, like, just right here, the reason why Don's saying he can't, isn't wanting prison or whatever for the person who did it is because it's his wife. Like, these are all very good, I agree with what Cher's saying, but the thing is, how come it's okay for Cher to say this stuff and Terry be okay with it and have no problem with it, but she wants to make excuses for Dawn and Candace when it's somebody like myself or, anybody else. If it's Benny, Cher, or Lizzie, or whatever, those people, she's okay with it. It's a very interesting video. If you guys, Terry's trying to get to her 1,000. If you want to help her, she's only a few away. But still, I just think it's hypocrisy. Like, it's okay for them to sit there and talk about how Dawn and Candace they're doing the same thing that I'm doing. I don't get it. Who's Terry? She's the one, she always goes over to Cher's channel on her lives and she doesn't talk much, but yeah, it shouldn't matter. The words are the same. That's what I'm saying. It's like how people sit there and defend their friends. Like, this is the whole point, I guess, of this live. It's like when your friends mess up, it doesn't matter. You tell them. It doesn't matter who's saying. If somebody's saying something that you don't agree with, then it just shouldn't matter who says it. You shouldn't agree with that, no matter who it is. Yeah. Well, I mean, this video was, it gets interesting. I mean, if you're interested in, about, this was just October 21st. So a little over a week ago. She's only a few away from her 1,000. Maybe she's at her 1,000 now. She's only at 9. She's at 992. Maybe she's at her 1,000 now. Let's see. Did I get her 1,000? Oh, she's at 996. So if anybody wants to help her get her last few, here, I'll put her, let's see. I'll put her thing up again. But still, I'm just saying, it's like, it's just hypocrisy, And Don Wells is not a freaking celebrity. He shouldn't be signing shirts for Benny or sending a shirt he wore, the specific shirt he wore to Benny. Like he's some, like you're getting your favorite celebrity's shirt that they wore on the red carpet or something. He's a possible, I don't even want to say. You guys know. I'm just saying, if anybody here does want to help her, I'm just saying, like, I just hope to get in. She's 2 away. I would hope to. Thank you, Peach. Thank you very much. I just hope to help Terry see the hypocrisy. I don't think she'll see it, and I don't think she'll ever come to. Well, she probably will someday. She'll probably be forced to see who Benny really truly is, but oh, I know, right? It's sick. Enabling. Okay. See, now you're calling me on my shit. Okay. Well, I'm a pushover. Like, I saw that she's trying so hard to. I'm not saying Terry is all bad. She's not. I hate that she's with the wrong people. And I don't know. Like, I don't really have a problem with Sherry either. I mean, I know she doesn't like me, but. And that's another thing, Cher. Like, what don't you like so much about me? You're sitting here saying the same thing that I say. The exact same thing. I mean, I haven't said that Hunter was at their house that day. That's very interesting, if true. But, I mean, you're sitting there accusing Candace of being the person who did something to Summer. You're sitting there saying that Hunter and Candace were, messing around, which is actually sexual abuse, SA, or because he's a child. That's stuff that we all say over here. What's the difference? What's your problem? Yeah. Did she hit her 1K? Well, she'll be happy. But,
because
she hit her 1K, she's going to wake up happy. And I better get a thank you for having a sexual relationship with a minor. May have been why Candace stormed out of the first court appearance. Oh. Well, the leaked report, it was me. It was me. They call it the leaked CPS report, but it wasn't a CPS report that I saw. Okay. I never saw a report. No, it wasn't like that. It was told to me, from somebody who could get in trouble for releasing the information, though. But it was basically hearsay because I didn't see a report or anything. They're just telling me these things. It wasn't a friend. Like, Trixie Star has went and told everybody, and she was so, don't even get me started on her, but really? WTF says, well, thank you for the super chat. What the F is going on? Totally confused. I do not think Candace is guilty of anything. Just a woman confused. Oh, that is, that's not at all what I believe, but about the HIPAA thing, yeah. I've had a few emails, but I remember yours. I've had a few emails about the HIPAA thing. I know people were trying to say I could be arrested. You guys, I can't get arrested for, I appreciate that. I can't get arrested for releasing info that was hearsay. I didn't see a report or anything like that. Right. Exactly. And that was the thing I said too. I was like, people already assumed the hunt because people was already, were upset about with some of the stuff I released. But it was like, we all knew those kids were abused. And you can sit there and try to deny it and deny and say, we didn't know that. You can't see it with your eyes. Okay. But we did see it. We could tell by looking at them. I mean, and by looking at the conditions of where they were at. Yeah. Thank you, Layla. Okay. But you guys, I'm going to be live tonight on 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with Aussie True Crime. It's just she's a small channel, and I'm trying to help her get to her 1,000 too. So the link to that, I guess I could put it here. If you guys want to see us talk about the case tonight, here. Now let me go to my community tab. Maybe if I go to my community tab, it'd be easier to find her channel that way. But this is where I'm supposed to be live tonight. I don't see the video reminder where it was, so I guess I'll ask her if that's still happening. But there's her channel. Supposed to. There was the video that I had on my community tab and put up is now down, so I don't know if something's came up. Let me check Discord real quick. I'm trying to message her and just ask her because it's not there anymore, I don't think. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know. But anyways, we're supposed to. And okay. Well, anyway, she's just a small channel. She asked for me to go on her channel, and I said, sure. And, I'd love to help somebody get, to their 1,000 and, So I'll go over there. I'm supposed to go tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard. So anyways, No. Are you serious? No. I don't have a son. But anyways, nice try. Who's Carl? I love how you let so many opinions be shared. You do a good job handling all this info. Oh, well, thank you. I work for the justice system, so I have many degrees. It is hard. What do you do? Yeah, it is nap time. I agree. But just me, what were you trying to say earlier? Oh, thank you, Shannon. I was reading your guys' comments real quick. I was wondering, you said earlier you were here, and I was just wondering, I'm confused, but anyways. Yeah, H is part of the investigation. He is going to be talked about, and that's true. Unfortunately, this is what happens when people commit horrible crimes like this or abuse children. Well, in this situation, we had, with a missing child, it's always the people closest that are investigated. And with the, stuff going on in that household, they put, a lot of people's life out on blast. They put their kids, H's and Allie's, and, it's just, the chat wanted me to talk, and I gave my real name out. Oh. Her ex forced her to do math. All right, guys. You guys have creepy creeps creeping in. All right, guys. You guys have a good day. I will see some of you tonight over on Aussie True Crime. At least that's the plan, anyways. And if she doesn't have me on, then I'll probably go live here. So I will see you guys soon.